Would you like to have a brand new car? Oh, wait, Jesus does say there's something better than a brand new car. We need to find out what that is, so let's get this show started. Welcome to the Puppet Show. I'm Bobby.
I'm Annie. And I'm Cassie.
And it's almost Christmas time.
Yeah, and today we've got a special Christmas show.
Oh yeah, first we're gonna dash through the snow to the cardboard theater, and then we'll deck the halls over to the Fireside Flashback, and then we'll jingle over to stuff, and after that we'll come down with a bound with Let's Get Crafty.
And today we're talking about
Gifts!
well, no, not quite. Presents! No, we're talking about giving.
Giving isn't getting more fun.
Well, let's go to the cardboard theater and see. Once there was a man named Emmett Floozer Scrooge, but people just called him Gary for short. Wait, who wrote this? What? What's wrong with the name Gary? Nothing. I'm just a little worried. Oh, stop worrying! It's fine! Okay. Gary was poor. Gary only liked getting stuff, but he would never give. He would always think that if he gave to someone else, then he wouldn't have the things that make him happy. Because Gary would always take and never give, people didn't really like Gary. One day, Gary was visited by an angel, and the angel told him that he could have $1 million, but he would have to decide to give it all away to others or spend it all on himself. Gary decided he wanted all the money for himself, so he spent all the money on stuff he wanted. But after getting all the stuff he wanted, he found he still wasn't happy. He only wanted more stuff, and now he was also worried that something would happen to the stuff he did have. He wanted more and more, but he ran out of money. Now he had no more money, and he still wasn't happy. But he wanted more and more, so he kept buying stuff. And now he was in debt. But even more stuff didn't help. Now he was even more unhappy. He thought if only he had more stuff, then he could be happy. So he started stealing stuff. He stole a couch from the store, a tire off a bus, even his neighbor's dog. Then the angel came back and saw how selfish Gary was. The angel got so mad that the angel... What? No, that didn't happen. What? It's just part of the story. I'm changing the story. Gary then woke up from the dream, but when he went back to sleep, the angel was back and told him he could have $1 million again, but this time he would have to use it to help others. Gary bought food for the people and helped the town build a new church and gave a lot of gifts away. Soon all the money was gone again, but this time Gary felt different. He realized he felt good inside. He saw all the people he had helped and all the things he had done for others, and it made him feel good. People now waved at Gary when they saw him. He had friends. Gary also realized God was pleased with him too. But then Gary woke up. He was still poor, and there wasn't an angel or $1 million. But now Gary realized instead of taking, he should give. So Gary gave what he could and helped as much as he was able. He still didn't have much money, but now he was happy, and more importantly, God was pleased with him. The Bible tells us in Acts 20:35b, remember the words of the Lord Jesus, how he himself said, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." Jesus says it's better to give to others than to receive for yourself. For those who are his children, God has promised to reward them in heaven if they do his work on earth. And one of the things he wants you to do is give to others. If we try to keep everything for ourselves, we're not going to have the blessings that God promises us if we give. What Jesus says is true. It's better to give than receive. We have some stories about when this happened to us. Have either of you ever had a time when you learned it was better to give than receive?
Oh, yes, yeah. there was this time I had these delicious cinnamon rolls, and they were so big, and they were all mine. I knew my friends were gonna come over later, and I could share them with them, but they looked so good, and I just wanted them all for myself.
What happened?
Well, I ate the cinnamon rolls and ended up getting sick. In fact, I got so sick I ended up throwing up.
Ew!
I realized then that my friends would have enjoyed the cinnamon rolls too, but because I ate them all, not only did they not get any, but I felt terrible.
Well, once I got a new bowl for Christmas, and I really liked it. It was so special, so special, I didn't want anyone touching it. So I would take it outside, and Michael would ask if I wanted to play catch, but I didn't want to. I wanted to keep the ball all for myself. I kept the ball all for myself for almost 2 months. But then I realized it wasn't any fun. I wouldn't share it with anyone.
What did you do next?
Well, I decided instead of keeping it for myself, I would share it with others. Michael and I played catch, and it was so fun. The most fun I had had for 2 months. It really is better to give than just receive. I wish I knew that earlier.
Cassie, do you remember how we met?
Only a little bit.
Well, you were doing some homework outside and I knew who you were, but we hadn't met yet.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember I was thinking I could go help you. You look like you were having trouble. But if I gave you some of my time, then I wouldn't have enough time to play what I wanted to later. I didn't really want to give my time to helping you, but I decided it would be the right thing to do. So I went over to help you.
Yeah, and we've been friends ever since.
Yes, I made a great friend and learned that giving is better than receiving.
You're a good friend, Annie.
You are too.
Let's get out of here. This is getting too emotional.
It's better to give than to receive, but what are some things you can give? Let's go over to Stuff with Bobby and we'll find out. Remember, if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Thanks. Now let's go to Stuff.
Welcome to the greatest, most wonderful, incredible, jingle-belling, mad cow, deck-the-halls stuff! Yeah! Woo-wah! If it's better to give than receive, what are some things that you can give? One of the things you can give is paper. No, not paper. But you can give nice words to people. You can write them a letter and tell them how great they are and how much you love them. Or you could give them a gift. Yeah! Now, you might not have money to buy stuff, but maybe you have your toy that you know your brother would want. Or maybe you could make something for someone else. Those would be a gift. I wonder what's inside of here. What about the broom? Well, you can do something for them. Maybe like sweeping, or doing their chores, or just helping them clean up. And that's called service. There's a lot of things you can do to help others with their work. I mean, like, look how dirty the floor is. Ow, ow, ah! What about hands? These are gloves. And one of the things you can give people is like hugs and high fives. And that's a touching gift, like this. High five. Or what about the clock? Time's up. Well, another thing you could give people is your time. Sometimes people just want to talk, so you can give them your time and just be with them instead of doing something else. What are some of your ideas of how you can give? Better hurry, because we're running out of time. Get it, time to... Oh, clock. Oh, I guess time got away from me.
There are many ways you can give, and it's important to give all year long. But how can you give this Christmas? Instead of focusing on what you'll get, think about what you can give to others. Do you have any idea for what you can give? Well, we have a special friend in the next section who'll help us.
Welcome! Oh, I just love Christmas time! Today we're gonna make some gifts that we can give to others. Let's get crafting! First thing you need to do is go to inthegapkids.org and print off the gifts ticket paper thingy. Next, you have to decide who you're gonna make it for and which one you're gonna use. I think I'm gonna do this one for my dad. He doesn't really like doing the dishes, So as a gift, I will do it for him. Next, cut it out. Be sure to ask an adult before you use the scissors. Next, we decorate it. Yay! I have my markers! Don't green, yellow, red, purple, orange, yellow just go so well together? Just don't get glue on your hands. I did that once, and I had my fingers stuck together for a whole week. Wait a minute. Glitter is gold for the poor. Remember, kids, never, ever, ever get glitter in your nose. I did it once, and every time I sneezed, it was like a fairy exploded. There, all done. Now I'm gonna give this to my dad on Christmas. How about you? I'd love to see yours. Share a picture with us on Facebook at In the Gap Kids. That would be so awesome. And remember, you can do more than just one. You can make them for your whole family. That's what I'm gonna do now. I'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you for joining us today on The Puppet Show.
If you'd like to see more videos like this, be sure to jingle that subscribe button.
Yeah!